All right, let's move on to social media. Now, this used to be something that I would talk about on a listing presentation because it was cute, you know, or sexy, or sellers just expected you to have some sort of a social media strategy, even though it didn't really do anything. It didn't really mean a whole lot. But this has surpassed the search engines in a lot of areas, in my opinion. Just of how fast you can get this information onto the screens, onto the mobile phone screens, the laptop screens, the iPad screens, and really get in front of people. I mean, it's immediate results, right? Search engines take a little time. Now, the search engines offer what I call a perpetuity effect, which we'll get to in a second, which I think is really, really powerful. But in terms of like instant gratification, immediate results, immediate attention, social media is king. It is just that important. And again, this ties into, if you can't market yourself, why in the world would I want to hire you to market and sell my home? So this is, in effect, this is a digital resume. You could call it a scorecard. But people are watching. People are watching. The people that are not in buying and selling cycles, they're giving this a glance to see how it is that you operate. What's the strategy here in terms of social media? Are you just going to share the Zillow link, or is there more to it than that? Now, here's the cringe factor for most agents, is that the folks that matter, that are keeping track of this, that may have a home they want to sell, or may be unhappy with their current agent, or may be expecting a job transfer to come in the near future, they're keeping an eye on this, okay? And what they're looking for is an agent that uses video. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 85% of home sellers want to hire a real estate agent that uses video. So you have to have a video strategy, and you need to be able to articulate that in a presentation to where it resonates with the seller. Now, one of the mistakes that I see agents making, I feel like it's a mistake, is they want to try to do a video of the entire house. You know, we're going to go through every single room, and we're assuming that our consumers are maybe wanting to get sick, like some kind of motion sickness, because you're doing all this, or they have the time just to sit there and wait for you to walk through a 2,500 square foot house and show them everything. I don't care about everything. What do they care about? Michelle, as a woman, you're home shopping. What do you care about?
Kitchen.
Boom. All right. So kitchen. What else?
Master bathroom.
There you go. Master bath. Anything else?
The bedroom to bathroom ratio if you have more than one child.
Okay. Yeah. What about this? I think this is starting to get pretty important here. Uh-oh, my eraser died. What about outdoor living space? That important?
Yes.
I know some folks are starting to look at, you know, because it seems like working from home may be a thing. So is there a space for a home office? Is that key?
Yes.
So it could be like just something amazing. So, you know, one particular specific thing. I think anytime a real estate agent makes a video, they should have one specific thing they want to talk about. Not five, one. Okay, so is it the farmhouse sink? Is it the fact that the shower is so big, like you get in it and you're like, I can't touch the walls. You know, you're trying, it's like, look, I could fit, like 5 other people in here. Just, not that I'm going to, but I just can't. I could if I wanted to. So that would be interesting. And when we make it entertaining, it's even better. Okay? So, good friend of mine, Amy Cotney, she's notorious for getting on top of massive kitchen islands and running around on them. She's this little tiny little thing. She'll get up on there, these granite islands, and she'll just run all around. And maybe she'll do a little dance on top of them. And people, I don't know, like the comments of the social media posts, people are constantly commenting, going, what is the builder? Because it's a lot of new construction stuff. Her company does a lot of new construction. Like, what's the builder thinking about you running, getting your nasty shoes and dancing all over the countertops? I can tell you the builder doesn't give a crap, because her videos have so much engagement, so much views, so much interaction. It's entertaining. It's not just here going, hi, I'm Amy Cotney with Roots Realty. I'm here at another one of our new construction builds, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite things about this house is the massive kitchen island. No, she's dancing in the master shower, or she's dancing on top of, the kitchen counter. Now, granted, we're not all dancers, but there could be something unique that you can come up with that is not just you standing in front of it blabbing about it. So the more entertaining we can make it, the better. The more people are going to stop scrolling and go, oh gosh, there's Michelle again. She's dancing. Listen, it'd be awesome if you had the water on. You're fully clothed, the water's on, and you're just,
Just a maniac, flash dance.
yeah. You're in there doing, what's that movie with Footloose?
Oh, yeah.
Doing some Footloose thing?
Yeah.
All right?
Kitty Loggins.
So we'll be keeping an eye out for that, Michelle, to make sure that you do that.
I'll work on that.
But what else can we do? What other social media marketing creativity points can we make here about what you can do? So videos. You can create a storybook post where you're sharing maybe your top 3 to 5 photos and you're telling the story of the sellers. Like, here's the story of my seller, here's the story of the house. So there's a lot of things that you can do here. You can tell the lifestyle, you can tell the story of the lifestyle. What are the community amenities? The subdivision amenities. Is there a boat launch nearby? Is there a golf course nearby? Is there a lake nearby? Is there a great burger joint nearby? Is there great walkability? What's the walking score? Pro tip moment would be if you're set up with Diana on her list reports from Movement Mortgage. It gives you like all these cool marketing tools, but one of them is a graphic that showcases the distance between stuff, like the house and a gym, the house and a grocery store.
Walking trails.
Yeah, it gives you a walkability score and all this stuff. So you could use that as a launch pad for your social media ideas. Blake, this better be good.
Yeah. What would you recommend for, I guess, maximum, like let's say this listing starts on a Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and we all know that the first 30 days of the listing are it's a race to 30.
Yeah.
Because after that, in this market, you're not doing so hot. How many posts? Because that's where I feel like I hear a lot of questions a lot of times, and that one that I'm not necessarily sure I know the answer of. Would you have a plan in place personally that you would share with them, or would you say one a day? First one being the kitchen, second one being the bathroom. Then Wednesday, we're hitting them up with a walkability score. Thursday,
I think a great guide, I think this is a great question. And I think a great guide for that would be the perfect week. It has it all in there. And, this kind of line of questioning is one that could enrage me, filling me with a great deal of frustration and anger,
Yeah.
because
You're holding it back. Good.
like I shared a graphic on Facebook today where I had personally written out the perfect week, day by day, step by step. And I had an agent from another company reach out and go, let's do a little spying action. He's like, hey, did y'all switch from KB Core to Boomtown? But it just reminded me of how long ago that post was. That post was back when we were JWRE and we all had Boomtown. I mean, this is how long I've been preaching this. But I'm not going to go into that because we don't have time. But I would tell everybody that if you were just using the perfect week, and this is how real estate agents just are infuriatingly narrow-minded. I don't know of another polite way to mention that, but also I want something in there to be like, get through to people, like, what's going on? Because they look at the perfect week and go, oh, if I got to do that every week, I'm not doing it. Okay, fine. Just do it on the weeks that you launch a new listing. Boy, that would be effective, and that would be an ideal listing presentation. Here's my listing launch. It is nothing like you've ever seen before. It's so unique, so valuable, so powerful. So there you have it. Now, enough of that.
Let me rephrase.
No, your time is up.
If you had like more than one, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you start to get into, yeah, that works really well on one. Do you just have to pick? I'm saying at some point, I get the perfect week, but I associated that more with the open house aspect. I guess you're saying you should have the open house plan.
Yes.
Yeah, right out the gate.
Right.
But
That's exactly what I'm saying. If you take more than one list, I mean, very few agents are going to take more than one listing in a week. But
Right.
I would say, especially if they're new. So I would say this: if you start running the perfect week just as a listing launch tool, that when you get to be so awesome that you're taking multiple listings per week, then you're going to be smart enough to figure out a way to adapt and to do it. You're going to probably run them both. You're going to get somebody. You're going to be in a situation where you're going to need to bring somebody else in. You're going to need to look at it. Like Michelle's going to need to fire another new agent to be the open house host, and maybe she runs all the marketing. You see that happening now, where it's like listing agent, open house host, or hosting agent. The listing agent's getting their marketing team, or they're personally creating all this marketing for the host agent. You may get a situation where you are never the host agent. When you get more than one per week, you're going, all right, Michelle, you're new, you need to be an open house. Jordan, you're new, you need to be an open house. And you're running all this marketing. You're doing all this video work because it's all about you. You are the brand. And you need to be in front of the camera exercising your authority and your expertise on not only marketing, but the property you have listed. Okay? All right. Now, boost. So you're going to be able to boost from your business page. This is the primary function of a real estate agent's business page, is to run paid ads. One other quick thing, I want to just back up and talk about video for a second, because I see agents doing this non-stop, especially our JPAR agents, and I continually telling them not to do it. But we don't want to, just like we don't want to share Zillow links to Facebook. This is a no-no. We don't want to post YouTube links to Facebook. This is also a no-no. So you may hire a videographer to make this beautiful video of your house, and maybe you give him your YouTube username and password, and he just automatically uploads it for you. And he's like, oh, Michelle, your video's ready. Go ahead and share it. Now, YouTube is going to give you a link that you can share, and it's a good idea. Look, smiley face. It's supposed to be a smiley face. Look at that. Yes, we can do this to the MLS. but no to Facebook. Why? Why do we want to share YouTube links to Facebook?
Two competing brands.
They're two competing brands. These companies aren't playing nice in the sandbox, and you trying to marry them together. They don't like that. So the video goes on YouTube, and then you have a uploadable version that you're going to upload directly to Facebook. Okay? Now you want to get super fancy, you can take your professional video, shop out your professional videographer, and you can get some green screen work. This is what I love. I see agents doing this right now. They'll take their professional video and then they'll shoot in front of a green screen and they're describing what is being shown in the video. They're basically upselling the listing, and it's them on screen and everything's going on behind them, right? They're blended into this video and they're going, oh, well, here's the kitchen. Oh, here's this. And oh, and a mile down the road, there's this. Pretty cool stuff.